I'm back normal. It's like falling bare bones back. I get so paranoid about uploading, I trip. This isn't the time to celebrate borderlines when you're all about to crash your international usage. The usage of international insurance is about to blow its nose all over you, and it's not its fault. Oh, won't you have bitterness and gnashing of teeth then? The currency went up. You made it go up. When I say up, in smoke. It was never yours to start with, none of them. You rented every one of them. And now you've written as much as your loss is off on this as you can. You're idiots. Where isn't this tied to your loss? That's what I want to know. Wait, tearing up North America, that's dumb. Using the United States like a can opener. Stupid. Just stupid. More Europe. Europe has done it to Africa in multiple ways, done it everywhere. Europe still got their nose everywhere. They do. And you're still hanging off their loss of stupidity. It's a mess. You got this planet in a real quagmire, don't you? And I'll tell you what, you need one word here, throbbing. Generosity. Each human to each human. In a shape of 360 times 360. Generosity's spectrum for each one. Now, there's no way in God's name you can live that. And there ain't no two ways about it. Right now, you are way too stingy for that. That is for sure. I find humans sitting on gold mines going, mine! About 3 days from the grave. Of course, when you get into their gold mine, it's hot air. And they know it. And they're still going, mine. What kills me is they don't want to exhaust any of that hot air before they die. They want to leave it around in the bank for an inheritance. What? I want to know if that makes sense. What when you took everything that's left around as an inheritance right now and invested it with what has to happen? In other words, the material for more currencies doing something, maybe even factory work, who knows, doing something more than you can't rebuild what you have to get rid of, and that's all your infrastructure right now is outdated. So there ain't no point in rebuilding it. You got to move on quicker than you could rebuild it and use it. You can't build bridges now. You got to change that lifestyle. It doesn't do any good to build a new bridge off the Columbia River when that lifestyle is outdated that bridge will provide. Why? It won't affect now worth a damn, and I'll tell you this much. What it will affect is not what you have to do. You have to do something quite different than that bridge. Why are you building a new one? I would leave that thing stand as a monument and suffer through it, because what you're suffering through has, on the way out anyway, it's grant driven. Most of these people using that new bridge, grant. Can you afford to help the grant go bankrupt? No, you can't. Slow it down as much as you can. Don't aid the grant in speeding up. Don't do it. Because they're not writing anything yet off on that. That whole bridge, they want to write it off. What? Build a contribution. Use more, let it establish 4 more currencies. Then you can build it. If that bridge establishes 4 more currencies, and it can't because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do what has to get done. Done to do it. Ain't it? You have to take what's around in storage and apply it to what has to get done. And then back it up with 4 more currencies because you're going to do that without getting paid for it. You'll take that volume apply it to what has to get done, and none of the labor or the wit or any of the effort with hands and mind gets reimbursed. You contributed to the value of those 4 more currencies. Do that. And use those currencies, and what you've done, you use as some kind of collateral to pay the usage of this. And borrow against that, and pay this off with more. When this is paid, then you can throw it away. And not until. Do you understand me? And you can use it, only use it different than you're using it now. You cannot write off and tax the failure of producing a product with it. You're taxing hot air. Can't do that. You're taxing flow that isn't doing anything anyway. Can't do that. Nothing there. You have to have supply and surplus to tax. And you're not accomplishing it. Everywhere. That's not just here. It's not just here. China's the closest one, and yet, what did you give them to work with? Hot air? What did they work with? Who's going to buy the product from China? Who? Hot air? What'd you do? You have to trade effort for effort here. Period. What have you done effort to trade with China's effort? What? Because that's what you have to trade. And you don't have anything, do you? And Mom Nature is in a dilemma. Yes, she is. Because she has to keep you all eating. How's she going to do that? You need to figure that out, don't you? And generosity is going to help that. A lot. Ain't it? Especially in your technique. Generous technique. Generous method. Mindset. That helps a lot. Don't it? La belleza